Have you ever seen an anime so bizarre and off-putting that it makes you wonder not only why it was even made to begin with, but also how anyone could actually enjoy it? I like anime. I like dogs. Usually when you combine these two, the results are perfectly fine. However, there's at least one anime out there that tries to really make you hate both of these at the same time. Usually we're fairly positive here at Kimchi no Video, but things are going to be a little bit different today. Enter Kennel Tokurazawa. And if I said that wrong, I don't really care because this anime deserves no respect to begin with. Like many one-shot OVAs, this was based on a manga that had to have some level of success because, well, there were 81 chapters of it. As a result, this OVA was released in 1992. Now keep in mind, 1992 was a big year for the medium of anime. Sailor Moon made its grand entrance, Tenchi changed the OVA market forever, and the second theatrical Ranma movie was released. Yeah, it was a good time to be an otaku, and then this piece of uncomfortable garbage tried to ruin it for everyone. Don't you just hate it when that happens? Luckily, I didn't see this thing until recently, so it ruined a different year for me. 1992, still safe and sound in my memory, thank God. So what is this thing actually about? Well, this OVA centers around Chika and her creepy dog, Rin Tin Tin. Yeah, they went there and actually named him Rin Tin Tin. Now, a story about a girl and her dog would be absolutely fine, but this dog is horny on the levels of Kentaro from Golden Boy. However, try as it may, this show is nowhere near the quality of something like Golden Boy. From here, we follow around Chika and Rin Tin Tin on their daily adventures, and that's about it. That's it for the plot. There's not a lot to it, and that might be for the best. Thankfully, this trash clocks in at under 45 minutes, so there's not a lot of time to get real deep anyway. Now, I usually like quick and to the point trashy OVAs with very little time investment, even if they do kind of suck. But this one is different. Different in a very unfortunate way. So why is this anime so bad? Well, I guess it's time we have to get into that. So this OVA is divided into 3 short stories, followed by something truly bewildering and uncomfortable after the credits. The first part basically shows you the characters and introduces you to their world because we've got to know all the lore, right? We first meet Rin Tin Tin when he's creeping on Chika in bed. Shocker. Soon enough, Chika hits him with a pillow because he's such a creeper. Also, is it just me or does Chika look like a Dollar General version of Noriko from Gunbuster? And that's distracting because you quickly remember that you could be watching a quality anime like Gunbuster, but you're stuck here with this. Anyway, from here, Rin Tin Tin follows Chika to school. One of Chika's teachers has a conversation with her about the fact that she thinks she's dating her dog. Dog beats up some delinquents for messing with her, and Chika and her friends give Rin Tin Tin a stupid haircut. There you go. We got through the first part. Of course, it's very creepy from the very beginning that most people in this world seem okay-ish with the idea of this poor girl dating a dog. Yeah, I guess someone involved with this had some very specifically creepy and illegal ideas, but we're not going to go into that here. The second part of this OVA concentrates on Chika almost unaliving this creepy dog by knocking him off a bridge into oncoming traffic because she thought the dog was trying to do that to himself. Well, this quickly turns into a situation where an employee at a cafe nearby thinks that Chika is going to unalive herself, so he tries to save her. Well, she's not trying to do that, of course, but we do get a scene of Rin Tin Tin urinating on an octopus. So at least there's that. Weirdly enough, I feel this segment might be the most out of place in this entire OVA since mental health is a serious issue and all, but I'm sure that's not what the creators were trying to get across here, so I would say this anime is insulting to people with mental health issues. There, I said it. The last segment of this unfunny, offensive joke of an anime is by far the worst. Chika goes on a school trip with her creepy teacher, so of course her creepy dog comes along. Well, the creepy teacher thinks that Chika's into her, but he also realizes that the dog is as well, so they end up in the most uncomfortable love triangle you have ever seen in any anime ever. Luckily, this part ends with a snake biting the dog's crotch off while Chika's classmates save her from the two predators pursuing her, and then it's over? Almost? Because of course they had to save the absolute worst for last. Because after the credits, we get a live action segment with a guy in a dog suit that I think was Rin Tin Tin's voice actor, acting the exact same way that Rin Tin Tin acted in the anime to some lady that I'm guessing was Chica's voice actress. Yeah, it's truly shocking, and it's just awful. It's also very, very uncomfortable. It reminds me of that Norwegian movie Good Boy, except somehow it's way creepier. So yeah, there you have it. We got through this whole mess. But I guess we need to cover the other details about this garbage as well, right? Well, as you've seen through the clips, the animation is bland at best and kind of bad at worst. It looks very, very, very dated in all of the worst ways possible. There were some truly amazing looking works of animation released in 1992, but this is not one of them. The voice acting is also bad. The music isn't anything special either. It's just a huge waste of time like the rest of the anime. Alright, cool, we covered it all. Time to move on. But again, I must ask, who was this made for? I can't even see furries walking away from this thinking it was a good time. And it's also truly amazing when you look at the people involved behind the scenes and you see that people working on this were involved with everything from Speed Racer up to My Hero Academia. So what happened here? I mean, I guess they had to work with the source material they were given, but they should have just given up on this altogether and not released it. Sometimes it's a good idea just to throw in the towel. The story is the worst part for sure, but there's nothing exactly great about the production either. It's truly bewildering to me that this thing exists in the world and is rotting away on VHS tapes in Japan right now. What a time to be alive. I've seen some people say that this is one of those so bad it's good type of animes, kind of like Chargeman Kin or Kekko Kamen, but I don't even think it succeeds in that way. Is it the worst anime that I've ever seen? No, it's not the worst I've ever seen, but it's pretty darn close. However, similar to what I consider the worst anime that I've ever seen, this one makes me feel very, very uncomfortable when watching it, so I guess it was successful at something. That brings up another very good question. Why are we even here today talking about this right now? Well, I had to suffer through it, so I figured I would warn others. Now, I am a little bit surprised that this isn't a little bit more well known as a bad anime, but I guess that just proves my previous point correct, that it's not even successful at that. However, now I think I'm doing my part to raise awareness about this horrible dumpster fire of an anime, I guess. I don't know. It's just a mess. So why not share it with others? That being said, at the end of the day, if you want to go watch this thing, I can't stop you, but trust me, my mocking of this horrible anime is way more entertaining than the actual anime itself. So to close things out, I am going to suggest to you 3 things that you can experience in this wondrous world that will be a better use of your time than this. First up, watch the entirety of Mad Bull 34. Second, listen to the iconic Macho Man Randy Savage hip-hop album, Be a Man. Yes, that's a thing. And third, stare at a wall for 45 minutes. At the end of the day, you will get way more out of all 3 of these activities than you ever would out of watching this anime. Trust me.